Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today, we're starting chapter 682 of Magic Emperor. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. Now, as today's chapter begins, Zhuo Yifan thought to himself, freedom of action is the foundation of the demonic path, yet walking this path can still feel restrictive. What a contradiction. He envied Kuei Lang, someone who could make choices without overthinking. Sigh. The old problem remains unresolved, and now a new worry has surfaced in my heart. Zhuo Yifan snapped out of his thoughts, returning to the lingering, unanswered dilemma that continued to plague his mind. Damn that wrench Song. How dare he look down on me, like it's beneath him to talk to me. This is bullshit. Just when Zhuo Yifan was finally alone with his thoughts, a loud voice complaining sounded. A bang followed, and the door was slammed open again. Fiend Young stomped inside and saw Zhuo Yifan. The Heaven Trailing sect is asking for you. Go see them. Me? What for? Zhuo Yifan raised an eyebrow. You're a great venerable, aren't you? You're not enough. Of course I am, but those sons of she-dogs have holes for eyes. Fiend Yang grumbled, then sighed, but they want to meet you specifically, so you must go. They are the head of Tianyu's 3 guardian sections. We have to show our respect. Zhuo Yifan rolled his eyes and went. Fiend Yang led the way to the front of the courtyard. First stood inside, looking around while Guei Hu and the others accompanied them. Your place sure is tiny, but what can you expect from a lower 3 sect? Ahaha. A young master in silken robes fanned himself as he laughed. The 2 youths in green around him laughed as well, looking at Guei Hu with derision. The grizzled old man said nothing. Zhuo Yifan saw this and asked Fiend Yang, is Heaven Trailing sect here to look for trouble? Quite the tone they have. I'm not sure. However, there hasn't been any issue between our sections. Just go there, and you'll know. Fiend Yang rolled his eyes. The 2 approached. Guei Hu's side bowed before Steward Zhuo and stood aside. The 4 instantly set their eyes on him. The young master snapped his fan closed and barked. So you're the dark horse of the lower 3 sects? I saw you when your sect fought with Mystical Heaven sect. But why did you not participate? I'm not sure how tough you are, but you sure know how to be cocky. You know I'm cocky, yet you come at me with that attitude? Are you itching to be pummeled? Zhuo Yifan rolled his eyes. That makes 2 of us. Why have you all come here? And for me in particular? Ha ha ha. We heard you're running rampant and that the sect cherishes you. The venerables must have exaggerated. So we came to see the truth. The young master showed a nasty smile filled with contempt. Zhuo Yifan eyelid twitched. Now he got the gist of what they wanted. They came for a fight. The young master took Zhuo Yifan silence for fear and grew more courageous. Ha ha ha. Now don't be so nervous. I came with good intentions. I presume you also saw the middle 3 sect stage today, and should already know what to do. I only came here thinking you have been complacent and thought of reminding you how things stand. Demon Scheming sect's disciples knew where he was going with this, and their faces fell. Only Zhuo Yifan played the fool, sporting the same baffled look. How was the result in today's stage anyway? Please tell me. Zhuo Yifan smiled. The young master's face twitched and turned dark. He glared. Are you mocking us when you already know? Humph. We may have had poor results this time in double dragon gatherings, ending up last in the middle 3 sect stage, but nothing a puny and insignificant lower 3 sect could ever compare to. Oh, so you're the runt. Afraid you might end up kicked further down. You came to beg for mercy, is that it? Zhuo Yifan snickered. Ha ha ha. What a good little doggy, wag your tail for master. But you're missing the right attitude when begging. You'll never get any attention if you keep barking and snarling. How dare you? 2 shouts sounded in unison, one from the young master and the other from the elder. Who? Pressure had come at Zhuo Yifan. The elder was furious and shot a palm attack toward his head. Zhuo Yifan only squinted, standing his ground like a statue and awaiting this reckless old fool's death. Bam! The old man's attack never reached Zhuo Yifan, as Fiend Yang blocked the palm. They both staggered 5 steps back before stopping. Zhuo Yifan spoke. Mind your own business. The old man glared at Fiend Yang, who hurriedly waved his hands. Ha ha ha. Elder Qi, Zhuo Yifan hasn't been at the fights today. He doesn't know your sect's situation. He wasn't trying to offend your great sect with his ignorance. Please forgive him. Ignorant? Then what did he mean by his last words? What dog? Elder Qi grunted. Zhuo Yifan had the same stoic face as he said, then why have you come here? We came to warn you to know your place and don't participate in the challenge stage. Just stand aside and watch before you humiliate yourself. The young master mocked Zhuo Yifan. Zhuo Yifan sneered, isn't that the same thing? Why would you bother coming here to run your mouths if you aren't scared of us? That only means you're scared. If that is the case, try to at least act like it. Stop with the tough act. I ain't buying it. You want to die." The young master was burning with rage and shot his two green friends a signal. The two nodded and went for Qi Changlong, Bai Lian, and Lu Xie, the strongest disciples. The trio was on guard, knowing they couldn't be careless against these two, having the same cultivation as them, third layer ethereal stage. But then the two vanished and appeared behind them with a palm attack. Bang! 3 explosions sounded, and Qi Changlong, with the other two, was sent flying, bleeding from their mouths. As for the two in green, they were back in their spots. Zhuo Yifan's heart tensed. A combined attack again? Humph, let this be a warning to you. If you dare meet us on stage, I won't care if we're sects from the same empire. We'll slaughter you. The youth flicked his hand, and he left with his friends in green and elder. Qi Changlong and the others barely got to their feet, their eyes filled with hatred. Zhuo Yifan calmed down and said, "You want to give them face? We'll give them shit. Why the hell would we do what they want anyway? We'll be the middle 3 sect when we throw them back." Fiend Yang snorted, "Zhuo Yifan, remember this well. That cocky kid is Ren Kong. He is sect leader Ren's son. You can teach him any lesson you want, except killing him. As for the rest, you decide." Zhuo Yifan smiled and said, "Got it." That's it for today's chapter recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest manga, manhwa, and manhwa recaps. Got thoughts on today's chapter? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on the story. See you in the next one. Until then, keep turning the pages.